Okay, welcome everyone. It's Carl Hovelson here along with a panel of enormously spectacular people in our team. And we're going to be talking about a few things today. I'm going to be going over some things that are kind of maybe confusing to some people. Cosmo, I know how you feel. I'm just sweating like crazy in here. I got to put my fan on. It's hot here today. And what I'm going to cover today are a few things, okay? We're going to talk about, I'm going to go through the back office because there's a lot of confusion between Empower Network and Titan. So I'm going to go through, especially with the fees and stuff. So I'm going to go through that a little bit and explain a little bit, what your fees are that you need to be paying, that sort of stuff for those people that are confused by the two back offices. This should go away soon. As John was telling us the other day, the new back office is going to come. There'll be a new different login, the whole bit. So I'm going to cover a little bit about that, show everybody that kind of stuff. Then I'm going to be going through basically what everybody needs to be doing, when they to get started, because there's still a lot of people that have a little bit of frustration not knowing what they need to do. So I'm going to go through a little bit of that too, and then we're going to go and we're going to talk a bit about. I got to shut my window now. The dog's barking. Got a dog next door that just loves to bark when he hears my voice. So don't know if that's a good or bad thing. So anyways, and then we're going to talk about some of the strategies that we need to get off to right away, okay? Some of the things we need to focus in, we're going to talk a little bit, like just before we start here, we're talking a little bit about belief. We're going to talk a little bit about that too, because that has a lot to do with you being able to deliver your message properly, okay? And that's what a lot of people struggle with in here. And then we're going to get feedback from all you guys here on the panel as to what you might be doing now, what maybe you're struggling with and that sort of thing. Let's see if we can fix some of these things that are on here, because that's what these masterminds are for, okay? They're here, they're training to help give you guys understanding of how you need to market and then fix what you're struggling with. Because the one thing that I'm really big on that you'll understand here is we can't fix a problem if we don't know what your problem is. Does that make sense? Okay, so if I could tell you everything that you need to do and everything you need to follow and stuff like that, but if you're struggling to figure out how to do that, then we're still at a roadblock, okay? So I want to try and see if we can fix that for you guys, okay? So I don't know if any of you are struggling here, but we're going to go over that just as soon as I finish covering some of this basics here, okay? So I'm going to go and I'm going to share my screen here, okay? And I'm going to go over the back office here, okay, a little bit. So in your back office, you're going to go to your dashboard, okay? So you'll be at your dashboard here, and then you're going to have different fees in your account status. So you're going to click on account status, and some of you are going to be shocked because I have one thing I'm not paying for. Okay, so that's my inner circle. Okay, I don't listen to them as much anymore as I used to, so I've just chosen that I'm not doing that one for this time. I'll probably activate it later, but what I do use is my Klaatu blog, okay? Now, some of you, these are the things you guys are going to have in there, okay? So you're going to have your Klaatu basic blog, okay? You're going to have your inner circle. These are the things that cost you money every month. And then, of course, you've got, if you own all the other products there, it'll show that they're active, okay, which I own all the products, okay? I own all the products in this company, okay? The media hosting will show as active if you are paying for Klaatu Premium, okay? If you're not paying for Klaatu Premium, this will be inactive, okay? So this is the video hosting, okay? So these are your different subscriptions that you need to pay for if you're going to be using these things, okay? Now, I'm not going to tell you whether you have to have them or not have to have them. That's you. That's your business decision based on whatever you can afford to do. I'm not going to go over that. I'm just telling you what everything is, okay? Then you have the next level breakthrough, okay, which is a commissionable product, okay? You need to own that. That's your $100 a month that you're going to be paying for on here. You're going to have if you bought all the products, you're going to get the workshop. $1 Million Sales Formula, you get that. If you've been in Empower before, okay. The next level breakthrough, next level mastermind is the $100 a month that you're paying for, okay. And then Klaatu Cloud, which will be, if you're a founding member, it'll be $10 a month. If you're not a founding member, it's $27 a month, okay. And then, of course, the Max Profit Accelerators, which you're buying for the $297. Okay, so let me just go in to the other part here and show you your subscriptions. Okay, so everybody knows what they are. Okay, so you're going to have, again, your Klaatu Basic if you've got the Klaatu blog, the premium if you got the premium version of the blog. The affiliate system is an absolute must. You have to have that in order to sell the Klaatu Cloud, okay? So that's something you have to have, okay? So if you're showing that it's inactive because you went over to Titan and you're not doing anything in Empower, it doesn't matter. This has to be active because that's what's going to allow you to resell the products, okay? Then you'll have the Klaatu Cloud. In my case, it's $10. In other people's case, it'll be $27 if you're not a founding member, okay? And then Next Level Mastermind, $99, okay? And then it'll always tell you what your renewal dates are right here, okay? Everybody understand that? Hands up. Everybody's good with that? Make sense? If not?
Carl, can I just ask you something?
Sure.
With the Klaatu Basic, which is $25, and the Klaatu Premium, if you've got the Premium, you don't need the Basic, or do you have to have both? No,
the Basic is actually your blog. Okay, and the Klaatu Premium are all the add-ons. So the templates, the that page builder. I can't remember what it's called again. Something builder. Whatever it is, you make pages with it. I don't know. I don't use it. And then you've got the video hosting, all that kind of stuff. That's all part of Klaatu Premium. Okay.
Okay.
That's your advanced templates and all the extra stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Basic is the actual blog. So in order to have premium, you got to have basic. Okay.
Okay. So what you've got down there now, if we paid for everything before, like we did, we pay all that every month. Every month.
Yeah. See, like right now, I pay roughly $200 and something a month. That's what I pay right now. Okay. I was paying over $300 a month with the Inner Circle, but I don't use the Inner Circle that much anymore. So I dropped that. And that to me was a business decision. Okay. And that's why I did that. Again, I'm not telling anybody to drop anything. I just did things as a business decision for me, right? If I'm not using it, I'm not paying for it. That's just me, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, I've always thought like a business person, and each and every one of you should think the same way. Okay. If you're paying for something, use it. It's that simple. Okay. Otherwise, you're just throwing money away. It's that simple. And that's how I'm going to explain it to everybody. Okay. You know, some people might not like the way I tell, but you know what? I'm talking to you as a business person. And you know what? If you're throwing money away someplace and you're not using it, use that money for something that'll be more efficiently effective, like maybe advertising or whatever it is for your business. Okay? So I saw $100 a month that I wasn't using for anything, so I threw it away. Am I missing commissions on that? Yeah, I'm missing a bit of commissions on that. But those commissions don't cover that product every month. So I have to weigh things. I'm a guy, I've been in business before. I don't like things that cost me money that I'm paying out for that I don't have a return to cover it. This is, to me, that's just makes simple mathematical sense. Okay? So you guys all make your own decisions on that. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? So everybody understands why they need the affiliate system, right? If you're going to resell Klaatu Cloud and the Next Level Mastermind, you must be paying for that. Okay? If you're a customer and only a customer and not an affiliate, you'll only have to pay for the Klaatu Cloud and the Next Level Mastermind. You won't have an affiliate for it. Okay? These are products that are sold absolutely independently for customers only. Okay, so hopefully that explains everything there. Okay.
Hey, Carl, this is Tammy, really quick. Okay, so there's 3 separate Kalatu products. The Kalatu Basic is blogging only. So that's the old Empower Network blogging product, right? And then there's Kalatu Premium and Kalatu Cloud.
Okay, so Kalatu Basic and Kalatu Premium go together. Okay,
Oh.
the Kalatu Basic is the blog, and the Kalatu Premium is the add-on to the blog.
Okay, so if we're only doing Titan, no blogging, we don't need either one of those, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Unless you're using it to market. Okay, so I need to make sure that I stipulate that. If you're still blogging and you're using your blogging to market, you're following the 8 core commitments of Empower Network and you're blogging and everything, then I would recommend you continue doing it. But if you're not blogging at all, period, and you're paying for it, then that's a business decision to make. And that's where I'll leave it at that. Again, I got to be careful because I don't want people coming back to me saying, "Oh, you made my people quit," right? So, you know, there's actually benefits in here. Okay, if you have 3 people that you refer to this business, to the Empower Network side, and they're paying for the blog and they're paying for the Kalatu Premium, they will show up here, and then you won't be charged this anymore. Once you have 3 that are actually paying for the Premium and the Basic, then that becomes free to you. Then there's no charge. And then you will see in here, it'll go 3 of 3, and then it'll say free, right? But I don't have that many people here anymore because a lot of my people have left from the EN side and gone over to the Titan side. Okay? So, but I still blog. I've been blogging for years, and I'm not going to stop blogging, okay? Because blogging makes me money. So, you know, it's, again, these are business products, everyone. So it's all depending on what you are willing to do to build your business, okay? All the Empower products are very, very powerful, and they work alongside the Titan products. Now, a lot of you, I don't know if you've noticed now, but I'm going to show you something here, okay? This has just come to light with Empower now, okay? So when you go into the Audience Manager now, okay, actually not in the Audience Manager, when I go into the campaigns here, and if I wanted to go out and I wanted to send a quick email out, okay, so now I want to go and send an email, so I'll click on send an email, and then it wants me to select, oh, is it here? No, wrong place, hang on. Where did I see that? Give me a second. I think it's back in the Audience Manager. Anyways, what they've done is they've added now all of the sections in the Empower Network back office. So in the iPass system, okay, so if we go to the iPass system, everybody that has opted into your different pages, okay, so you've got the total shortcut is now there, first million online, Titan pre-launch, Titan revealed, and Max Performance Master course are all in the Kalatu system now to choose. So if you've been collecting leads off of any of those pages now, they are all now in the Kalatu system. Okay, so when you're going in to send a campaign out, I need to figure out where the heck I saw it when I was doing a campaign today. So maybe we can see it here. No, not the autoresponder. General interest. Oh yeah, see, they're all in here now. See, so if you've got leads that are coming in, you can now assign them to any one of these different lead systems that you have in there for the capture pages. Okay, so these can all be added in. You see all this now? This just came in, I think yesterday. It was in the system. So everything is starting to get integrated now from the Empower Network side. And this is real important because, you know, we have a lot of people that are saying like, well, do I need to have all this stuff? In my opinion, all of these products are a necessity for your business. I use them all. You know, I own all the products that are in here. Like if you go and you look at this, I own everything that's in here. The only thing I don't have active right now is the inner circle. But I own all of this stuff. Okay? Everything. And it's all of this stuff is very, very critical to your business. Now, it all depends on what your affordability is too, right? So if you can't afford to buy all of these products that are in here, then what we need to do is we need to get you on the path so that you can afford to buy them. Okay? Because look, not everybody has $5,000 or $6,000 to go out and buy all the products here. I understand that, and I'm sure you guys do too. But what we need to do is we need to figure out how we're going to put you guys in the driver's seat in order to start creating income every single day so that at some point in time, you can take whatever, 20 or 30% of that income and reinvest it back into buying the additional products that you have in here. Because in my opinion, I want every one of my team members owning all the products in Empower Network because it's vital to their success. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't be the success I am today. And I've made a lot of money in this industry, you guys. And a lot of it has had to do with the products from Empower Network. Okay? And it's not from people buying the Empower Network products, it's from me using it and to build other businesses. Okay? You got to understand that the training that's in Empower Network is all about how to market yourself, make yourself a leader, how to build teams, that sort of stuff. Okay? That's what the Empower Network products are all about. Then when we go over to the Titan products, okay, such as the Max Performance Accelerator, okay, and the Profit Accelerator, okay, the Profit Accelerator is that's the next level mastermind where you're getting taught how to manage your personal and your business life, basically. That's what this training is, okay? You're being taught by William Wood how to manage your life and manage your business life, okay? The Max Performance Accelerator is the one where they teach you how to become a coach. They teach you how to coach others to manage their lives, to manage their businesses, okay? All of these things are exceptional products that are absolutely a necessity for you to become a success in your business. I don't care what anybody says. You can argue that day in and day out with me and you won't win, okay? Because the fact is that these products have literally helped me be the success I need. Even in the short term that they're here, just with the mentoring I got from William Wood personally, okay, in Nashville, was worth the cost of what I paid for this, okay? Because it's helped me, just that 15, 20 minutes I had with William Wood in Nashville helped me create over $2,000 in income. And it cost me $1,000 for that package. I get 2 times my money back. Well worth it. 100 times over. Okay? So the one thing I don't want people to lose their head on is the difference of, or losing the fact of moving from one to the other, when actually we need to form a way of feeding people into this. For everybody who's in Titan right now and is focusing on Titan, that's where your focus should be. Your focus should be absolutely there. But once the people are into the Titan program, they need to be introduced to the other products in Empower. These two programs will be bridged together somehow. Right now, they're bridged through a back office. Okay? So you see, and everything is here in the back office. All these products are all here in the back office. Okay? That's going to change a little bit. I understand. I don't know what's going to come in the future. But here's just some of the things that I do. Okay? I will be, and I've actually been lacking on this for a while, but because I've been thinking about how can I actually bridge both of these together, okay? And John actually hit on it last night, okay? Does anybody remember what John talked about last night on the mastermind? Someone asked a question, how do we get, I think it was Ronald Dixon. He asked a question, I have people that have come in through the $7 trial. How do I introduce them to Titan? Okay. Now, what would be the first thing that you guys would think of right now? And let me hear from some of you. Okay. What would be your answer to that question of Ronald's?
I think you send them to the team consistency site.
Exactly. Okay. The team consistency site, this is something that we're blessed with. Okay. This is something that is so powerful right now that we need to be utilizing that as part of our marketing. Okay. So I'm going to get into the marketing part in a second here, but I need to cover this a little bit here. Okay. See, with me, I actually work things even a little bit differently. You know, I have people like I'll send out things about my trainings that I'm doing here, or about our team trainings, or about something that I watched in one of our team trainings, or one of David's private hangouts, or whatever it is. And I'll say, look, like today I sent out an email to all of my list saying, look, I am doing a training today that's going to show you some, hang on, whoever's got a phone ringing, can you mute up, please? Okay, so what was I saying now? Crap. See? Squirrel, and that's it. What I'm doing today is, I sent out an email today to my list, and I basically said to them, I'm doing a free training on marketing your business on social media, okay? And other things, social media, solo ads, etc. And I said, what I'm going to be showing people is how I've made, around $4,500 in 6 weeks with this, and that's what I've done. If you want to know more about this, then all you need to do is go and register for $7, and then you'll be able to participate in any of my trainings. You'll get access to my archives, that sort of thing. Okay? So what I've done is I'm bringing people in to register through the Empower Network side, and then immediately, like John said, send them to Team Consistency to introduce them to everything else that we have going on. And immediately we need to plug them in. Like the first email that goes out to people is telling them to go to the Team Consistency site, and then getting them to add you onto Skype so that you can plug them into all the Skype rooms that you have. If you've got your own personal room, you plug them into that. You get them to plug into everything, the Facebook group, everything. Okay, does this make sense to everybody? Okay, so the next question I have for you, are there any questions on what I've covered up till right now? Anybody want to comment?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I understand that if we bring them in on the Empower side, I agree, immediately introduce them to the Titan side, plug them into Team Consistency. Great idea. I'm going to send them a video. I get that. Here's my issue that I'm trying to wrap my head around. And this is not a complaint, but I got all in April. So I spent big bucks, whatever. 2 weeks later, we go into Titan. So I personally was frustrated because I was getting the support I needed, and now it's gone. So if we bring somebody into Empower, such as an MLM or a current or somebody that I work with, and I want to teach them the tools and bring them in, there's no team support for that right now. Everything has been switched to Titan.
Well,
and Empower's empty.
That's not necessarily true. The focus has been switched over to Titan, but the support is always there. Like today, I'm talking about both of these, okay? So what we need to do is we need to still keep our focus on it, because a lot of us are still, including myself, are still marketing the Empower Network side, and I won't stop doing that because the products are powerful there, okay? So again, we want to let them know everything that's going on, because all the products are going to work together, Cindy. Okay? So in this case here, and again, I own all the products as well. I invested just the same amount of money as everybody else did. Actually, I probably invested a lot more than you guys did because I never got the deals that they have now. Okay? I paid full price for everything. So the thing is now is that if we're going to be bringing people in through the $7 trial, we still need to make sure that we are plugging them into everything that we have now. But in the case here, I'm not just sending them to the team consistency side. I'm also telling them to follow the 4 steps that are in the back office, especially if they came in through the $7 trial. Okay? Because that's the way they came in. So we still need to be, focusing on that because we're not going to be throwing away money. I don't know about you guys, but I won't throw away money anywhere. Okay? Because if they came in through the Total Shortcut, they get a totally different video on there, a totally different series that's explaining the Empower Network products. So we still want to make sure that they're plugged into that. What you'd want to be doing is saying, look, we also have our own team site where we go over everything, because we still have in the back office of the team site the Empower Network stuff too, under the Getting Started. Okay, that's still there. Okay, but we're also telling people that, look, we also have this product that's available. Now, some of these network marketing people that you're talking about probably have autoresponders already in place, probably use video hosting all over the place. They're probably spending a few $100s a month. Would it not be smart to introduce them to what we have that can reduce their costs dramatically? Yes, that's what you absolutely want to do. Okay, does that make sense, Cindy?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, if they are internet savvy, even a little bit. But many of the people that I work with, they don't even know what MailChimp is. So if I bring them into Empower, they're going to need a lot of training.
Okay, so we're talking basically new people. Okay,
Correct.
That don't know anything. Okay, so the way that they need to be directed, even if they come off the $7 trial, they need to be redirected immediately to Team Consistency, because the Kalatu system, the Kalatu Cloud system, is going to be the easier and better selling product for them. Look, the one thing, and again, I'm a blogger. I've been blogging for 12 years, and I'm not knocking blogging, but blogging takes a skill set, okay? And it's not, even if you have a simple system in place like Empower Network does, it still takes a skill set to learn how to do that. And, blogging today is not as powerful as it used to be, okay? It's still, for those that are doing it and know how to do it, it's a very, very powerful tool. For those that are learning it, it's going to be a frustrating tool. And I'm the first to admit that, okay? Me personally, when I have people coming in through the $7 trial, I'm immediately changing them over and switching them over to the Kalatu Cloud system. And then eventually I will sell them on the higher end products. I'm actually not interested in selling them the blog anymore, okay? Because for one, it takes 5 to 8 or 9 months in order to get your blog to a point where it needs to get to start actually generating you leads and income. It takes a long time to do that, and I'm not going to lie. Okay? Okay? It takes the time to do it, especially today. 5, 6 years ago, not so much. You could probably generate that within 30 days. Now, it's a lot tougher, okay, because of the way the internet is. But again, I have an established blog that even when I started back with the company in November last year, it took me till almost March this year to start getting really good traffic to my blog. It took 6 months. And even now, I'm getting okay traffic to it. I'm getting some leads from it, but I'm not happy with it. And it's been 9 months now. I'm a damn good blogger, man. And I know how to market it. It's tough to market a blog today. So what you want to be doing is you want to be focusing on the products that are a need, not a want. Okay? A blog is more of a want than a need product right now. Okay? Again, I'm not knocking the blog system. I'm just being realistic. I'm a blogger, and I'm not going to BS anybody. I'm going to tell them the reality. I don't care what anybody says. Okay? But the products that we have, starting from even the inner circle all the way up, the inner circle are powerful products. I don't listen to them as much anymore as I used to. Okay? I focus on different things now. I focus more on the top producer, the team builder, and the mass influence. Those are the ones that I focus on. Because for me, the type of marketer I am, that has more impact for me. I have the next level mastermind, which in my opinion will replace the inner circle. That's me though. Okay? And I'm just trying to let everybody know how I think. Don't think like I do. I'm just letting you know how I think. Okay? Because again, some products are going to impact other people differently. You know, a lot of people love the inner circle products, and they're great. They're great products. I go to the Monday nights and I listen to them on the Monday nights, okay? And those become part of the inner circle products. So I do listen into those. I just don't go and listen to them over and over again like I used to. I listen to other stuff that I find more productive for me. So, Cindy, the one thing I have to recommend to you, okay, because of the way that I guess some of your frustration is, okay, is first of all, the new Klaatu Cloud is a more high-powered product than the blog system is. You're also going to get paid better with it, okay? So to what I understand now, at least what I've seen now, is that we're getting paid 100% commission all the time on the blogs, okay? Or not the blogs, the Klaatu Cloud. They've changed the commission structure. At least that's how I've seen it anyways. I could be wrong. But I've received more than $127 commission coming in. Okay, so I think they've changed that. And I think there was actually a memo that went out about that. Okay, now the other stuff is different. You're still getting 100% on the $297 and the $13.91 on your very first sale on either the one-time or the 3-pay. And then it's 50% to 80% depending on what your rankings are. Okay? Now the rankings are different again for everybody. Just understand the rankings are not the same in Titan as they are in the Empower Network. Empower Network, it's 5 and then you get boss. In the Titan, it's 10 and you get boss. Or it's 5 of the top what is it? What do they call it? Max Profit Accelerator or Max Performance Accelerator. Okay, 5 of those or 10 of the Klaatu Cloud, I believe. Okay, and then you get boss. Okay, now I could be wrong on that, but I think that's how I read it in the back office. Okay, so you'll have to verify that with support or whatever. Okay, so don't go exactly by what I say. So did I answer the question, Cindy, or did I still not quite answer it? I need to make sure I answered it properly.
I think you answered it as best we can at this point. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay.
You know,
Carl,
Yeah.
Carl, I have a question and some input. For Cindy, if somebody comes in at the $7 trial, can't we, for support purposes, link them into the Facebook group for EN? If they need support or have questions, which is one of the things which you said.
like if they bought, you're talking about if they bought.
In other words, right? If they come in on the $7 trial, can they be linked? Can they be put into the Facebook group for
Not the Titan
Facebook group?
Not the Titan Facebook one.
No, I know not the Titan, but there's
Yeah. But the other one, the EN one, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that would be a way that they could get support, Cindy, by putting in questions in the Facebook group.
Here's the thing, guys. Okay, the one thing that I want to really caution you guys on with something like that is the moment you start taking your own personal sponsors, your personal sponsored affiliates, and then you throw them at the company, that sends a message to them that you just wanted their money and you don't care after that. Okay, so I'm going to caution you guys on that. It's good to plug them into that, but you need to plug them into your own resources too. So we need to be able to plug them in to ourselves, and I'll talk to John about that, how we're going to do that. Okay, because we can't do it in the all-in group, and we can't do it in the Titan one, I don't think. So we need to figure out how we do that. I'll talk to John about that today. But for goodness sakes, do not go and plug them in there and forget about them, because they will hate you forever. Because they're going to think all you wanted was my money, and that's it. Okay? So you need.
And that's my fear, Carl.
And here's what I do. Here's the thing that I've done personally. Okay? What I've done personally, and I believe every single one of you should do this, regardless of whether you have anybody personal sponsored or not. You set up your own personal Skype team group. Okay? And the moment you have someone in there, the first email that goes out to them, this is what my email is. You know, I send out, I go, hi, it's Carl, I'm your sponsor. Welcome to my team. Here's how you're going to be able to connect with me. I give them my phone number, my Skype, and all this kind of stuff. And I say, make sure you add me to Skype so I can plug you into my private Skype chat group. This is where I communicate with everybody every single day. And that's what you want to be doing. These people need to be plugged in. Not just plugged in. My people are plugged into my own personal group that I go in and I greet them every day and I send them updates and stuff. And then I also plug them into the team one. Okay? You never ever want to separate yourself from your referrals, ever. That's the biggest mistake you'll ever make, is if you do that. Okay? Everybody cool on that? You understand that? Makes sense? Okay? So, Judy, I know you meant well by that, but that's a very, very dangerous thing to do. It's like this, you know, you come into my store, right? And you buy something from me, and I go, oh, great, thank you very much for buying this from me. Okay, I'm going to plug you in over here, and if you want to, if you're not happy with what you got, you just go ask them. Don't ask me. Go ask them, right? What kind of message?
But Carl, if you heard what John said, did you go back to the video in Team Consistency and listen to it? Because it's been changed. And when you listen to that video, Michael says, he says, if you came in this way or if you came in that way, he talks all about that in that video, and you're meant to listen to it right to the end. Cindy, have you listened to it recently?
Okay, so yes. What's the point you're making off the video? I need to know what the point is. Because
somebody asked if, who was it, that he got 3 ladies that came in on the Empower side, and he didn't know where to send them. And that's when John said, send them into the Team Consistency, because then they'll be in there with us.
Correct.
And that's what that video says at the front. Michael's changed his video at the front, and he says, you might have come in here through Empower Network, and he talks about Empower Network and Titan. I listened to the video again, and I thought, oh, that's good, because you can send them there, and your own private Skype thing is a good idea. I'll do that myself.
Oh, absolutely. That's all I was adding on. I mean, I was getting to that same thing.
Good idea,
We need to make sure they're plugged into our team, but don't send them off to the company. That's what I'm saying. You can let them plug into there so that they can go and ask support questions and that sort of stuff, but don't immediately just send them there. It sends the wrong message. That's why we tell everybody, go to Team Consistency, so now that you're plugged into us.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, and this is the point I was trying to get across. Maybe I didn't deliver my message properly. But we need to make sure that they're plugged into us. And as an added thing, I recommend you start your own private group as well. Okay? Because maybe, just like I've had with some of my team, they're scared to say anything in a public group like that, but they won't if they're in a private group with me. You understand? So you may have people who may have a ton of questions, but there's a group setting of 400 people there, and they go, I don't really want to ask that in there, because what if somebody comes back and says, well, that's a stupid question? Because sometimes you get that, right? People don't think, right? They think with their butts. I hate to say that, but that's what happens to a lot of people. That's why everybody that I have in my team, my personal team, I put them into a private Skype chat and I tell them, look, there isn't anything or any question you can ask that's a stupid question. The reason you're asking is because you don't know. Now, if you have those kind of questions and you're not comfortable asking it here, you ask it here. Okay? And if you still don't want to ask it here, then you private message me. Okay? That's the importance of having them hooked into everything you have. You should never hesitate to give your Skype, your email, your phone number, cell number if you have to, whatever. You should never hesitate on that. These are people that are going on trust with you. Okay? If someone tells me that I can't phone them, they don't get my money. If I can't communicate with them, they don't get my money. Okay, it's that simple. So when we're delivering our message, and especially when we're marketing out there, and we're sending out some marketing and stuff out there, always let people know that they're going to be plugged into everything that you have, including having all of your contact information, cell number, phone number, Skype number, whatever, okay? That will build confidence in people. How many of you, with a raise of hands right now, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here for right now. How many of you, with a show of hands, have joined a program where none of the people that you joined with ever connected with you after that?
Bunch.
Okay? They just took your money and that was it. Never heard from them again. But they promised you everything until they got your money. Right? I don't know. It's happened to me like a million times. Okay? But I wasn't smart enough then to realize that what I needed to seek out. You see, when you start providing that kind of information, and this is right off of any kind of marketing that you're doing, even on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and, you know, you're doing any kind of marketing out there, even when you're connecting with people, you know, you're connecting as a friend with people. What I send people is this, okay? And I'll just read it out to you rather than pasting in there, okay? Thanks for connecting with me. I look forward to connecting with you. I'm a blogger, success coach, mentor, trainer, motivator. You can access me as well on Skype. Add me to Skype. Here's my Skype, blah, blah, blah. Here's my Facebook. Have an awesome day. I give everybody the opportunity right off the bat to connect with me, okay? I even wish them a happy birthday and say, hey, feel free to connect with me on Skype. You know what that does? It shows trust out there, okay? And the moment people know that they can connect with you right away, they feel that much more comfortable. The more ways that you get people to connect with you, the higher the chances are that they're going to get in business with you, okay? But I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot of emails every day, hundreds of them, that all it has in there is a whole lot of blah, blah, blah about their business and their link, and that's it. Nothing else. Not, hey, contact me on Skype if you want more information. Or, hey, let's have a chat on Skype. Or here's my phone number, or anything like that. Everything I send out has my contact information. Everything. My Skype, my phone number, my Facebook. Everything in every way that they can get a hold of me. There is no excuse for them not to get a hold of me. And I close so many people in my business because of that.
Carl, the phone number that you give is like I have a phone number set up with Skype. Would you use that phone number as opposed to your personal one? Because it does go through to my personal.
As long as they can get you, I don't care what number it is. I give everybody everything of mine. I'm not scared at all, period. You know, you have to look at it this way. How badly is it do you want to build a powerful team? How badly is it do you want people to trust you in business? That's what you have to ask yourself. Anybody, in my opinion, don't take any offense to this, anybody on here, okay? But anybody that refuses to give their contact information, you deserve not to make any money, okay? And I'm just being honest with you. Because when I wasn't giving my contact information, I made zero money. Absolutely nothing. Okay? And it gives the idea that oh, maybe that's a shyster. Maybe they're after my money and that's it. Because let's be honest, today, everybody's paranoid of putting their money down someplace because they're scared of whether somebody's actually going to carry on and work with them or they're just going to take their money and run, right? I mean, let's be honest. How many of you are still feeling that way today? Even though you're part of this team, how many of you feel that, you know, if something was out there and you think, maybe I should buy that, you're worried that they're just going to take your money and they're going to give you crap? Even if it's not online. You know, you go to the store and you buy something. I don't know if this is going to be any good, right? So it's all about trust in this industry more than it's ever been. So let's talk about how we deliver our message to people, because I know a lot of you are probably wondering that. I know, Tammy, we had a conversation just before this, and I know, Paloma, you're always asking about that kind of stuff. So let's talk about how we deliver our messages to people, okay? So first of all, let me just read what some of the stuff was in here. Okay, let me answer some of the questions in here before I go any further. Okay, so Cosmos, you had 2 questions. If the Cloud to Cloud have an affiliate included, should there also, okay, the affiliate is not included. Let me clear that up for a second. Okay, Cosmo, you there? Okay, she walked away. Okay, well, she can hear the recording. Okay, so in the system here, okay, the person pays a one-time $20 affiliate fee and $27 when they sign up for the Cloud to Cloud. Okay, so it's a $20 one-time affiliate fee and $27 for the Cloud to Cloud. Now, if they want to resell it, they have to pay a $19.95 affiliate fee monthly plus the $27. So it's $47 roughly a month. Okay, that's what you're paying to sell Cloud to Cloud. Okay, if you're just a customer, you'll pay a one-time $20 and then $27 a month. Okay, does that clear things up for everybody? Yes? Okay. So, and the same thing goes for the Next Level Mastermind. You'll pay a $20, $19.95 affiliate fee every month and $99 for the Next Level Mastermind if you want to resell it. If you're just going to be a customer, you're just paying $99 a month.
Carl, is that $19.95 on top of the $19.95 for Ian?
Yes. No. No, it's
Or is it just one?
same fee. It's the same fee. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're paying $19.95 in EN already, then all you're paying is just an additional $10 if you're a founding member, $27 if you're a new member, plus the $19.95 affiliate fee. Okay. Okay. So Cosmo, I just answered your question while you were gone about the affiliate fee, so you'll have to just get it back on the record, okay, right, for the recording. Was the High Ticket Academy a time? I think that was something from a long time ago that I bought. This was like I think maybe,
bought it too.
Yeah, I bought it also.
Yeah, I think that was like from 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's it for that. Okay, so let's go on and let's talk about how we need to deliver our message to people. I mean, John, we go over a lot of this stuff. This stuff is in the back office of Team Consistency on approach. But, you know, basically what I'm doing personally to work with people or to get people to work with me in this business is it's all about, I'm going to call it a relationship building in a sense, okay? Where I need to go out and I need to build trust with people first, okay? Because today, I'm telling you, people they have a defense shield around them, okay? And it's because of all the deviance that's been online the last 10, 15 years, okay? And I think we all have that feeling. So the one way that I'm always connecting with people. And John kind of talked about this last night. I don't do it the way that he was saying, like saying, hey, how's it going? How's business? Stuff like that. Those two questions right off the bat, people know that there's something behind that. You know? So I do mine a little bit differently. I just, you know, what I'll do is I'll say, hey, we haven't talked in a while. What's going on? Right? So mine is a little bit different. I want to find out what people are doing. You know, I want to find out, you know, like, what have you been up to? Have you been on vacation? I will ask them these kind of personal questions to find out what they've been doing for the last little while. I don't know if they're going to be a candidate or not. You know, I'm not going to say anything about business to them. I want to find out what they're going, because what happens is I get people to ask me, okay? And that's what you want to do. You don't want to be the hunter. You want to be the hunted, okay? You've heard that term before, right? So I have people all the time now coming to me saying, hey, Carl, I've seen some of your stuff on there. I saw you text me the other day. I went through and I see that you're doing something. What is it you're doing? I want to know more about this. And this is what I get now. So all I'm doing now is I'm providing the different kinds of information. And when people ask me what I'm doing, folks, I don't give them a link. And I think a lot of you might be doing that, okay? The first thing you've got to do is say, hey, you know what? We haven't talked in a while. Why don't we have a chat, right? You want to get on a phone call with them, and you want to find out where they're at. And again, we've got a good scripting of stuff. You know, if you guys watch the new video that's out that David goes through with Michelle on there, if you guys remember all the way back to Denver, ask those questions, okay? These are the kinds of questions you want to be asking people when they get with you. You know, first of all, you're going to break the ice with them. You know, find out, hey, what are you doing? You know, what have you been up to lately? We haven't talked in a while. They're going to tell you what they're up to. You don't have to ask them, okay? They're going to let you know. And then you're going to ask, well, hey, how are things going? You know, they're going to tell you. They may go, well, why do you ask? Hey, I'm just curious, man. We haven't talked in a while. I just want to find out, you know, what you're up to. Let them pour it all out. How many times have you heard David Wood say that? Let them pour it out. They will pour out everything to you that's going on. They may tell you, oh, you know, I just lost my job. Oh, my car just got repossessed. You may hear everything. You know, my daughter just got in a fight with her boyfriend. You might hear everything. Does that matter? No. Because you want to know what's going on in somebody else's life to see if you actually have a fix to help them. You understand? Because in most cases, in everybody's life, they have a financial distress that's going on. Okay? That's why they're online. That's why they're looking for things. That's why they're connecting with you. You know, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to tell you that, hey, man, things are going absolutely fantastic. And you go, man, that's so awesome. It's good to hear somebody's having success. You know, I'm having great success too. So that makes two of us. And that person might be bull crapping you. I won't say the other word. They might be just saying that because they were told to say that by their sponsor. How many of you have been told to tell things like that? I've been told to literally lie. You know, say, hey, tell people that you're doing great, right? We all know what that happens with that, right? Because it's going to come back to you, especially when they say, you know what? I'm not really sure I believe you. Can you just show me some proof? Now you're screwed, right? You're absolutely screwed at that point. Oh, well, I'm not going to show you my back. Oh, so you're not making any money. Because that's the assumption they're going to make, right? Here's the other thing. And David Wood actually talks about this too. And I actually don't do this. I used to do this, and I don't do this anymore. You know, in personal life, okay, it's actually a cardinal sin to ask somebody how much money they make. Okay? It's just something you just never, ever do. Okay? To me, that's a cardinal sin. Okay? You know, it's like your neighbor. A new neighbor just you know, moves in next door to you and you're just getting to know him and he goes, how much money you make, man? It's like, that is an absolute killer between a relationship before it starts, right there. It's nobody's business how much money you make. You could be making tens of thousands of dollars, right? But it's none of their problem. It's none of their business. You know, I actually learned a little bit about this from one of my former employers way back when I was young. There's this gentleman, his name was Stan Aldred, and he owned one of the largest construction companies in all of Canada. And this was a guy that you would never know was a multimillionaire, okay? He drove around in a 1970 Toyota station wagon where the door was held on with one hinge, okay? That's what he drove around in. He wore overalls and one of those lumberjack shirts, you know, those ones that are like the plaid colored red and black lumberjack shirts. He wore overalls with one strap hanging down all the time, right? And, you know, he was about 60 years old or whatever, you know, and smelled like he never showered in weeks, right? And his wife drove around in a Jaguar, okay? But this is a guy who, he taught me a lot of things. You know, he taught me that, you know, people need to accept you for who you are, okay? Not for what you have. And this is why he lived that life. He goes, this is who I am, and this is how I live. You know, I'm not always dressed like this, but these are my work clothes. This is how I go to work, right? And you know, I've seen him all dressed up to do and all that kind of stuff, driving his, you know, fancy cars and stuff like that. But the point I'm making is that people need to accept you for who you are and not what you have. And David Wood put this out on one of his Hangouts where he talked about that. He talked about, like, you know, you want to ask people about, you know, what their troubles are, whatever that may be, and what it is that they're looking to achieve. And the one thing you don't ask anybody is how much money they make. Because David Wood will never tell you how much money he makes. Never in a million years. Although sometimes he'll, when he's doing some demonstrations and stuff like that, you'll see some of his income that's on there. But in a regular conversation, he will never tell you. Even if you ask him, he won't tell you how much money he makes. He'll turn around and he'll say, well, how much money do you want to make? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to achieve? I've already achieved what I want to achieve. What do you want to achieve? So when you're talking with somebody on the net and you're even breaking into a new conversation, like I said, ask all the right questions. Present yourself properly to people. Everybody on Facebook, you could go to anybody on Facebook, anybody, and type a message to them saying, hey, you know, looking to connect with people online. Can we connect? Right? Or don't use like-minded or anything like that, because the moment you use like-minded, what do people think? When someone says, I'm looking for like-minded people, what do you think if someone came to you and said that? They have an intention, don't they? Right? I'm looking for marketers. I'm looking for people who want to spend all kinds of money. Yeah, that's what I want. Right? So, you know, you want to be asking all the right things, because you don't know if everybody's a candidate for you. Like, I have people, like, I'll do posts on Facebook and even on other people's walls when I'm there. You know, I'll comment on some of their stuff and I'll say, hey, man, feel free to connect with me on Facebook. You know, and I'll get people connected back with me. Sometimes I'll get some weirdos, but you're going to get those, right? But, you know, you deal with it. But these people are going to connect with you. Like, I had a lady yesterday who connected with me, and she goes, you know, I'm so glad you friended me when I asked you. You know, I just realized that, you know, you're in the network marketing industry. And I go, yeah. You know, we went on for a conversation, and, you know, she was saying, man, you know, you'd probably be a great candidate for my business. And I said, whoa, hang on a second. I says, you know, we've just started a conversation here, and you're already asking me to join your business. And I asked her, I says, what are you trying to achieve in your business? You know, and she went in, and over this conversation, she spilled out everything. And she hasn't had any success. Well, it's no wonder. But she was told that she needed to immediately go for the throat on people. Okay? So the one thing I want you to do is, on any approach, just approach people like, I always use like the new neighbor approach. You know, hey, welcome to the neighborhood type thing, right? Hey, you know what? You go on people's walls because people are going to connect with you. And this is the one thing John talks about. Go in and like other people's stuff and even comment. And when you do, say, hey, you know, read what their comment was and say, hey, you know what? This was a great post. We kind of think a lot alike. Feel free to add me back on Facebook. Feel free to add me back on Skype. Okay? This is how you build engagement with people. Does this all make sense to everybody? How many of you are actually doing any of that? Okay, Judy, Nicole, okay. How, and Cindy, okay, how are your results? Share that. How are your results with that? One of you.
My results are not the best, Carl, but I mean, like you said, as long as I'm really trying and getting out there and trying to get my opportunity seen, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Well, kind of yes and no. I mean, you got to be getting results for it.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, it has to do maybe with what you're saying. Okay. Again, you got to go back and you've got to, you know, when you're engaging with people, if you're going to read somebody's post, you need to make sure that you engage with them on that post, that it actually means something to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're not going to engage on everybody's post, but you're going to engage on the ones that actually have a meaning to you. Maybe it was a great quote that came out. You know, if someone sends out a great quote, you say, you know what, that was a great quote. You know, you and I think a lot alike. Feel free to add me back on Facebook. Hey, even add me on Skype, right?
You know, in addition to that, sometimes when I promote through my Instagram account, I kind of go through my newsfeed on my newsfeed session on my phone. I see a quote that, you know, kind of resonate with whatever I'm feeling throughout that day. I would connect with that person just by sending a message like, hey, you know, I kind of like what you read, you know, what you wrote on your post and that kind of thing. So,
okay, are you asking them to add you back on Facebook?
No, they add me through both. It really depends on who it is. But,
hey, are you asking them to add you to Skype?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. In the comment section, yeah.
Okay, so you're doing the right thing. You just got to keep doing it, probably a lot more frequently than you are.
Yeah.
You know, I comment, guys, probably I like and comment to probably 50 to 100 people a day on social media, okay? I spend a couple hours a day doing that. And that's how I build my engagement up. And that's how I build people's trust and get to know people more. And that's how they end up joining my business. And this is what we talk about. You've got to be constantly building your list every single day on whatever it is you're doing. Okay? So, Judy, you wanted to make a comment.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I've just been going into people's profiles and having a look to see what they've got in there. And if there's something in there that I resonate with, a post or they say something, well, then I add another comment. And I've got 2 or 3 people that continually share my posts now. Yeah. Like every day they share. So I send them a little note, say, how you going and what's happening, you know, in their life. Some of them are animal lovers, so we talk about that and just building up a relationship with them.
There you go.
But I haven't actually, I haven't said anything about the business or anything. I've just been building relationships.
You know, it takes time. I mean, everybody wants this to happen so quickly. You know, sometimes it's going to happen quickly and sometimes it's not. You know, I mean, I've had people come and join my business 3 months after I built a relationship with them. You know, they've just continued. And like John said yesterday, they watch you to see what you're doing. They want to see if you're in one program 1 month and another program another month. You know, but when you are consistently promoting one thing and not a bunch of things, that's when people see that you've become stable. right? And that's what's happened with me. I've had a lot of people that formerly were with me that wanted to lynch me at one time and are now seeing back that, you know what, there's something going on here, that I've been with these guys now for 8 months, that there's got to be something going on, right? So they come back to me that way. So it's like, you know, this business is something that you build over time. It's not something that you build right in the moment. Okay.
Yeah, well, a sponsor that I had, I've had for 16 years in network marketing business. He always used to say it's like sowing and reaping, and you don't sow and reap in the same season. So you've got to sow all the time, and then you sow, and then you start to reap, and eventually you'll get to sow and reap and sow and reap. But to start with, you've just got to keep sowing all the time.
You know, you talk about John's story, you know, where John, it took him really 3 years to get really heavy momentum going in his business. You know, when you look at business in general, most businesses, and I'm talking brick and mortars, okay? Never mind network marketing business, but brick and mortars, it takes 18 to 36 months to get your business off the ground to a profitable state. Okay? I know, I had a business. It took me almost 2 years before I started making money in that. For the first 2 years, I actually had a full-time job and I worked that business of mine. And I had to pay for staff to be on there too. Right? And it took me 2 years to bring my sports card store to a point where it could be sold. Right? But it happens. Business, it doesn't just happen like that. I wish it could. But there isn't a business alive today that started out the gate and was profitable like that by other than just maybe the owner. Okay? I mean, some business owners will make money right out the gate, but maybe a handful of people might make additional money along with them, but the majority won't. And that's because they're pushing too hard with the wrong intention. Okay? We've got a great product here, and if we market it with the right intention to everybody's going to make an awful lot of money in this program. Okay? So hopefully what I shared with you guys today helped out a little bit with everything that's going on. I hope I explained a few things in different areas that helped out. It's late here. I don't want to keep you guys on here. I know, Judy, you're probably dying to go to bed. So, you know, she's up all the time. I can't believe she's on every call here, right? So I take my hat off to you for that. But, you know, I want to do these things every Tuesday and Thursday, you guys, and these things should be for this particular reason, to be able to answer your questions. And you know, that's what I want these to be all about, to be able to help you guys with engaging with people, figuring out what you need to do. You know, if you need to bring people from, you know, how you're going to bring them from Empower to this or vice versa, that sort of thing. You know, these are things we need to talk about. We need to strategize about that sort of thing, because we're in two great companies, okay? And I think we all know that here, that we're a part of two great companies here, okay? And they're going to feed off each other at some point in time. We're just not sure yet, because one is just in the beginning stages. The other one is already established, okay? But somewhere along the line, even I lost a little bit of track on the whole big picture, okay? Because I went and I completely abandoned my marketing that I was doing so well at EN to go over and highly focus on this, when I should have actually split the two, okay? And a lot of people's incomes have diminished because of that. But that happens sometimes, okay? So all I can say here is don't lose focus on the two most powerful programs you can actually be a part of. Because both products in both companies serve a purpose for what we do, okay? So,
can I ask another question?
For $49.95, you can ask as many as you want.
So what I want to know is, with the autoresponders in Kalatu Cloud, when they get it all going, will they have a list of letters in there like we've got in the Get Response.
Yes, that's what I've been told. Yeah.
Now, they'll put a set in there.
Yeah.
So that you can go and do your own, but there will be a set in there for you to start with, and then you can change it or do your own. Is that right?
This is what I understand. And they'll have it for each one, and they'll also have it for when you have the buyer's list. And the buyer's list goes over and they get moved to the buyer's list. They'll also have letters that go out to those buyers as well.
Right.
Okay. So,
Okay.
there's a lot still coming together with this, and this is
Yeah, I know.
what I understand at this point.
So in the meantime, like I've got 253, I've filled up my list in Kalatu. And so then what's going out now is going out from Get Response, yes?
Sorry, what was that question again?
When I send out a letter, I go into Get Response and I do a newsletter and I send it out. It goes to all those people in Get Response.
Yeah.
Are there any letters going from corporate to those people like from before?
Well, I believe nothing has really changed as far as that goes. Like, there's still anybody who opts in, as long as they opt in through the system. Like, if it's a separate capture page or something you've made that's not through.
No, if it's just what's already in there. If it's just
already in there, yeah, they still get the letters. Okay.
Okay, so-
They have to opt in. They have to opt in through one of the capture pages.
One of the capture pages by Empower.
If we enter them, can we start them on the list? if we
Yes.
want to?
Yes. Do you know how to do that?
No.
Okay, let me show you. Okay, it's
So if you entered them in where? What did
If
you
we
say?
entered them
I'll
as
show you.
individually, if we
Okay.
entered them, like you said, you entered 253. I have about 100 and something in
Okay.
there.
That's it.
So-
But I put them in Kalatu.
Right,
Yeah.
in Kalatu, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Correct.
But they're not.
about.
But they're not using that yet because we have to put all our lists in there. So in the meantime, they're
Well,
still
if you
Get
made
Response.
if you made some, like I made my own letters in Kalatu, okay? So if you're, excuse me, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so when you're adding the person in here, okay, you will have whatever list you want to add them to in here. Okay?
Right.
So you add them to that list, and then under Select Responder, you can select them to whatever list of letters that are in there, okay?
So where do you see those letters? Where can you go and look at them?
That's in the quick add.
Yeah, that's in the quick add. That's there, okay? So if you go into, I believe it's the autoresponder area. So, because you got to remember, these are autoresponder letters, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you go into your manager autoresponders,
Oh, in there. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you'll be able to see the letters in here, right?
Oh, okay, so those were not there though before. They just put them
Yeah,
in.
they just added a lot of stuff in here.
Okay.
So, okay. And then I have, like, these two are mine. Like, I made my own here, right? But they've got the welcome email, they got the follow-up, stuff like that. So you can,
So how do they, like Cindy was saying, she's got people that maybe will come in with EN. So if someone comes in with EN, how do they change? Do they change them over? Do they get automatically changed over into the Kalatu
Yes.
and the letter?
I don't know that yet because they just added all this stuff. I don't want to use the word
okay.
assume because, but I'm guessing that that's what would happen. So they would, let me just close that thing right here.
They'd have to have like a seamless one that'll go from where they were here, now they will go there.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Like when they come in, they'll be assigned to
Yeah.
like the whatever the email series is, which is probably, I don't know. I don't like to really tell.
So I've just put all mine in under Get Response because that's where they came from.
You could do that. Yeah. So
Under that one there, I just put them all under Get Response.
just
and
remember, you got to check that box, uncheck
Yeah.
one, and then click.
then apply, yeah. And then I put down the bottom and selected clicked on.
Select whatever
Oh,
autoresponder you want them to go to. Yeah.
No, I just clicked on the select autoresponder. I just clicked the little button there. I didn't-
Because initially there was nothing in there. It just
Yeah,
said
no.
select autoresponder. There was nothing in
Yeah,
there.
so they've got stuff in here now. I don't know if you actually have to go and select one. I always do. Like when I'm putting people in here from like my list and get response, when I was manually putting them in there, I went in here and I had a Titan welcome, right? So these are for the people that paid for Titan. These are the ones that I would send them that, and it would welcome to Titan, and then that would send them to the consistency site and all that kind of stuff, right? So,
With Carl, a quick question. With the fact that there's the pre-made autoresponders in there, like I know with iPass, I had personalized some of them. I changed them around and personalized them with my signature, etc.
Yeah.
So if we have a signature in Klaatu that we
I
put
have
in,
no idea at this point. I don't know if those letters, the exact letters, are changed over. I don't know any of that. So
oh, okay.
all I know is that they just started doing that there. I haven't gone through all the letters to see what they look like. I just seen them populated in there now. Okay.
I went in there and did my signature page. There's a signature thing in there.
Yeah, I
somewhere.
did that.
I know. She's talking about previously ones that were done in the old system, or they transferred over. Is that
Oh,
what you're
okay.
talking about, Judy?
No. In other words, now that they've got some pre-made autoresponders in there, in other words, when they had them in iPass, I personalized them with my own signature and maybe put some additional
Well, I
comments
think
in.
those are all the default. I think those are all the default from the old system that are over here. I don't think they're yours that you made over there and transferred over. I don't know. You'd have to go in and check the letters.
Okay. The other thing is that I found that when you were changing, because I put a couple of new groups in, I put like a Titan group and I put in in the selection there of the group that you wanted them to go into.
Right. In this group here.
Right. And in order to take it off of the general interest, I had to uncheck everything and then recheck it and apply it.
Yeah,
because
that's what
otherwise
you
it
do.
wasn't changing it.
Like you just do that and then select whichever one you want them to
No,
go.
it didn't work that way. You had to uncheck all first.
Yeah, that's what we said last time.
Oh,
And
okay.
then check it, because otherwise it didn't change it. It just kept
Well-
coming back up as general interest.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
It
just
worked
something
for me.
that I
It
found
worked for
out.
me that way, so maybe it was a glitch that happened. I don't know, because I did that and it worked for me. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
because sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
And I found that if I unchecked all, then it took it off. It took it off, and then I could check the ones I wanted it to go to.
Okay. Okay.
So,
At least we know it works, whichever way you have to do it.
yeah.
Judy, when you uncheck, then you save before moving on.
You uncheck. I don't remember whether I saved in between, but I unchecked and then went in and checked the one I wanted and then did apply. Or
Okay.
I may have had to hit apply first. When you
Yes.
unchecked it, apply, then check what I wanted,
No, you don't have to do that. You just say uncheck all.
and then
and
put the
all
one you
ticks-
want.
All the ticks go away, and
Right.
then you tick the one you want, and then you go up and you say apply.
That's what
Right.
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Because
Yeah.
I was having some problems yesterday. Remember, Carl?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I at one point it was working, and then I found that it wasn't. It just kept going back to the general interest,
Well,
and I
that
didn't want
could
it in
be,
general interest.
it could be because they were adding a bunch of stuff too. Because remember, they just
No, I
added all this
sent
stuff too.
I sent a question in about that because it was doing it with me too,
Yeah,
and they said to clear all your cookies.
Oh, cookies could be a problem too. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
clear all your cookies and then go back, and then it was all right. But because it's only small, you have to make sure that you actually select it. If you got your cursor in the wrong place, you think you've selected it, but you haven't.
There you go.
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and
And I also asked them if it was possible that when we're working in those screens, if they could make them a bit bigger, because
yes,
it's a bit hard to see sometimes.
yes, that's something that I had. I think Carl put that request in for me, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, you notice if you listen to the video, the new video there when David's talking to Michelle. Well, I had to squint and look at it, so I'm
Right.
sure they're going to get that fixed. I had to
Yeah.
squint and look myself, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll fix it eventually. They'll get
yeah,
it sorted.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. You know.
Because when you do the PayPal, I set up my PayPal. When you go into that, it comes up big so you can see it.
Oh, see, I haven't done that yet. That's kind of cool.
And I thought, oh, the others should be like this too. They'll eventually get around to it, I guess.
Oh yeah, you know, there's lots of stuff to go. You got to remember this is a pretty comprehensive system, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to find a few things that maybe need to be tweaked or whatever, and
I know
this
when
is
I
a
worked.
company that's going to make it absolutely perfect.
Yeah, when I worked in the government, I worked with databases and putting them together with contracts and stuff. And, you know, it was months and months we'd do something and then you'd think, oh, no, this should do this instead of that. And you'd find little things along the way and they tweak it. So
Yeah,
something that new happens, you get the little tweaks for a while.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, can
That's
I
right.
ask you guys, do you guys know how to magnify your Internet Explorer or Chrome or whatever internet
Yep.
you do?
Yep. Okay, so this is what you do. Do you got a mouse with a rollerball? Tammy?
Oh, no, I know how. I was just asking if you guys know how, since you're
Yeah, well, you have a mouse with a rollerball, right? Okay, so what you do is you hold down the control key and you watch. I'll show you. See? With the rollerball, you can go smaller and bigger.
Okay, so
Is that what you're looking to do?
that's the control key on the keyboard you're talking
Control
about?
key, yeah, control key on the keyboard, and then your mouse roller goes forward to make it bigger, smaller, or backwards.
Oh, I wonder if we can add our contacts in like that. That's a good idea, Carl.
I don't know. Let's see. No.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah. See.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you can
Cool.
look.
Woohoo!
So we can see what we're looking at.
There you go. So hold down the control key and then rollerball.
Make it bigger. Oh, very good, yeah.
You should be able to do the same thing with the laptop, with the touchpad.
The touchpad too should be able to. Yeah. You just move forward with the touchpad. But hold down the control key.
Yeah.
And I know you can hold the control key and press on plus. That makes
That'll
it
do it too. Yeah, that'll do it too.
God, we're smart.
There you go. See? Was that what you were looking for, Tammy? Did that help?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was muted. No, I know how to do it. I was just asking if you guys do. I'm on a laptop, so I don't have a rollerball, and my keypad doesn't work. But like on your, you know how you're sharing your screen, Carl?
Yep.
You know where the address is? It says kalatucloud.com or whatever, and you go all the way over to the right, and there's 3 little lines.
This here? Yep.
Yeah, if you click on that, you see you're at 140%. There's a plus and minus right there as well, where you can make your
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
and
perfect.
magnify and
That's
minimize
right.
your screen. Because like I'm on a laptop, so the control and the scroll doesn't work for me. But that
I
I've
learned
learned.
something today.
a lot.
Awesome.
Yes, that works for me.
Oh,
That
yeah, very good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So does that work? Does that work on a smartphone also? If you
I
go
don't-
to the 3 lines?
You know, to answer that, I think that's another $49.95, Judy.
That's on my smartphone.
I don't-
Yeah.
Okay, it's a smartphone and not an iPad, an iPhone.
Correct.
Okay, because that's what I have as well.
Right.
Okay,
I have Android, and I've had
yeah, so do I.
So on Android, you can do that by clicking those 3 things? No.
I don't know.
I've done it before. Like you guys keep talking. I'll do it right now. Just to
Okay.
make
Yeah,
sure
I'm
that
just trying to figure out, because I got an Android too. Okay. I don't like it. I want to get an iPhone again. I thought moving to an Android would be better because it had a bigger screen, but now that the iPhone has a bigger screen, now I can move back to that. Okay, so have we answered everything that we want to answer today, guys and gals?
I've got 5.5 hours left to sleep before I have to get up again. I'm going to bed.
You know what? I think we're gonna call it, because I didn't really want to go an hour and a half here, but I think we got a lot accomplished here. So
Yeah, no, it's good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
Carl.
Hey, real
Thank
quick,
you.
I checked on the smartphone, and they don't have the little lines, but you just use your fingers and you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can spread it. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spread it.
It's
and-
a lot easier.
yeah,
there you go.
All right.
Yeah, that works on my
Thanks,
Samsung.
Tammy.
yeah.
Appreciate that. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for hanging out today, and have a great weekend up here in Canada. It's a long weekend, so we're having a big yard sale here on the next couple of days, so I probably won't be online much. So, as you all know, we're getting ready to move down east, so we're selling off everything. So tomorrow is just the start of that. So.
Okay, much appreciated,
Bye, guys.
Carl.
You guys
Bye-bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Okay,
See you.
thanks. Take care, everyone.